Hey, welcome to my journey into another weighing video. Now we're out here on the porch. It's a little chilly, but it's just very nice. It's overcast, it's windy. I hope it don't get in the microphone part of the phone, but if it does, it's just par for the day. Par for the course for the day. It's just been one of those days. I'll just be honest with you. I'll just keep it 100. I didn't feel like filming this video. I don't want to come on here and be some Debbie Downer. See, I can laugh through everything. My psychiatrist actually said they have studied that and shown that laughing through all sorts of things like, sadness and madness and whatever is a sign of intelligence. So there you go. There's your little tidbit of information for the day. So if you laugh through everything, you are one smart cookie. Anyway, I've always been that way. I have just been a laugher. I laugh at everything. I laugh through everything. But on my way in, but that's what started me off in a bad mood this morning, because I gained 3.6 pounds, and I'm ill about it. There's other words I want to say, but I'll be nice. But we'll put I'm salty about it. How about that? I'm salty about it. Did I track? No. Have I tracked in ages? No. Did I weigh and measure? No. My week was basically last week, just made over into this week, because my medicine is still not right. I'm still getting that little, stuff behind my eyes, the dizziness in behind my eyes. Not as bad as it was last week, thank goodness. So it is starting to subside. But I got my appetite and my taste buds are just all over the map, and I'm not even fighting it. I'm not forcing myself to eat anything that I don't want to. If it don't sound good, I'm not eating it. If I cook it, even if it is high protein and a delicious food, if I don't want it, I ain't eating it. Oh, here comes FedEx. I bet you that's what I'm gonna have to sign for. David said, listen for something, because he's got a sign for something coming. I said, well, why? He said, I don't know. Let me put you on hold, because that FedEx truck's is loud. Just hold on. I seriously wish I had looked at the clock. Y'all know I don't look. I think he sat up there and had a meal. And then he comes in here and delivers 3 packages for us. David told me he had something coming he had to sign for. So I asked him, I said, is there something to sign for? He said, yeah, one of them. So I said, well, my husband told me to be on the lookout. I knew if I went back there and shut my room door to film, no matter what it felt like out here. Oh, there is a Mustang that looks like what RJ used to have. That'd be funny if that was his, one of them lime green looking things. Not Mustang, Camaro. But anyway, oh yeah, my eating. I didn't force myself to eat anything. Like I said, if I cooked something that was absolutely delicious and I knew it was something I liked, high protein, low carb, I didn't care. If I didn't want to eat it, I didn't eat it. It was the same. You know what they say? I'm just gonna go out and say it. Same shit, different day. Y'all know y'all heard that saying, and if you ain't, you heard it here. Same week, different week. You see what I'm saying? So I just, because I don't feel right yet. Listen, I finished my coffee, but I hadn't even hardly been drinking coffee. Sometimes I'll make a cup, I'll take a sip, and it is just not what I wanted. And y'all know when I turn down a cup of coffee, it's serious business, because I love my coffee, but there's sometimes I'm not able to drink it because it just does not taste right. So I know it's this medicine change business, and it's messing with my appetite. Like yesterday, I had oatmeal for breakfast because I wanted oatmeal, and then I went out. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I was home with Jacob. I didn't go out. That was Tuesday, and so then when they left, I had some other things to do, and then by the time I got around to eating lunch, it was like 2:30. I didn't want anything. So you know what I had? Peanut butter and Ritz crackers. That was my lunch. That's how my week went. And this morning, you know what my breakfast was? 2 cheese sticks because I didn't want anything. I had to go to Food Line to do a little bit of shopping there, and I didn't eat after I got my Walmart's order. And I'm like, I told David, I said, I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat anything. I said, nah, it's what I tell y'all. I'll just grab a couple cheese sticks and call it a day. And that's what I did this morning. I ate 2 cheese sticks, and then I don't even know what time it is, but I just ate my lunch a while ago, and I made a salad because I actually had, eggs were boiled. If they're not, I'm not going to take a special trip to make one. You can forget that. So what I wanted to put on my salad I had, so I could just make it, I didn't even eat all of it because it just didn't hit the spot. It just didn't. So, like last week, I didn't, oh, that wind is blowing my, oh, I hope it's not messing up my sound. I didn't go out of my way to lose weight, but I didn't go out of my way to gain weight. I don't think I ate anything that would be gain worthy. So, I am so sorry. Hold on just 1 minute. Okay, I tightened down my little screw thing. Maybe that'll be better. I can feel that going up. That's what she said. Sorry. That's the mood I'm in today. Listen, yeah, about my eating, I'm mad that I gained. It's funny how I ate the same way last week and I lost 5 point something pounds. Repeat this week and I gained 3.6. So I am, that is just how for 7 years, 6 years, I don't know how many years, that's how my journey has been. It don't matter what I'm doing, how I'm eating, how good I'm doing. There will always be them gains jump up in there. I have been on this before, killing it, and I would gain 10 pounds in 1 week. Now, some of it will be fluid because I used to have lymphedema and my legs were really, really bad, but not always. So it's been like that. Even with gastric bypass, even taking Ozempic, it is not falling off of me. Even when I try my hardest and I do exactly what I'm supposed to do, I gain and I lose. So I'm gonna be salty about it, but I ain't gonna let it worry. I'm not gonna worry with it until we see what next week brings. And you know what? I'm not even gonna try to change how I'm eating because I can't. I don't know about y'all. David, he's good at it. If he knows there's something good for him, he don't really particularly care for it, but he knows it's good for him, he'll eat it. Not me. I'm not doing it. If I don't like it, I don't. Maybe if I got something that said it would regrow my hair, I might eat it. Something like that. But Southern boys and their trucks. I tell y'all that all the time. My Southern boy's got one in the backyard. Yes, he does. Our date truck. A 1991 Ford F-150. It's our date truck. He bought it brand spanking new. Yep. And he rebuilt it. He rebuilt the motor how many years back. He rebuilt the whole thing. But I'm not gonna force myself to eat anything I don't want to eat, and I'm not gonna force myself to eat when I don't want to eat. And if I want to eat, I'm going to eat. Now, I'll tell you, I ain't been eating anything I ain't supposed to. I'll sit here and guarantee you that. The foods are not in my house, and there are things in here that are for Jacob, and they stay for Jacob. They're not for me. So what I have been eating has been what I should be eating. High protein, low complex carbs, with the exception of those Ritz crackers yesterday. But that's what I wanted, so there you go. Anyway, I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that. But what's I gonna tell you? I was fixing to tell y'all something, but I'll tell y'all this right here. Listen, there's so much pollen up in here. It looks like just it's terrible. The pollen. Oh, hold on a minute. I am so sorry. I knew I was going to finish my coffee. Well, I still left a little sip in there too. I didn't want it. This is peach vanilla. Did I tell you? Now I got the hiccups. A peach water packet with some vanilla. I got the hiccups now. So Jacob was up here yesterday, and Holly come in the door. She said, he told me, he said, drop me off. So she come in the door. She sat down just to say, hey a minute. He went up to her. He said, you can leave now. She said, I'm going to leave. And she had somebody's moving. Yep. Got their trailer with some furniture on it. Looks like y'all care. She said she had some errands to run anyway, so listen, when that little boy's here, we play. I mean, we play. He has my 100% undivided attention, and he knows it. And we play, and we carry on, and everything is about Jacob. I'm sorry, it is. I see him once a week. It's going to be about him, you know? And when he leaves, this Momo is so tired. I'm talking tired. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't. Hold on again. That's another thing. I ain't been sleeping all that great. I've been getting up too early. Used to, my body was set at getting up at between midnight and 2. And how many years did I do that? And then they got me on that Q-Vivic, and it finally got me to sleeping through the night. But I would be so wiped out the next day. And now they have a thing. See, my insurance won't cover it for some reason, but they have a thing. You can get it for $25 through a program they have. Well, apparently my $25 months ended, so I can't have it anymore. So I just save them for like special occasions if I can't sleep, you know, to help me stay asleep. But now that I'm used to sleeping through the night, if I get up at 5, I'm exhausted. So used to, if I slept till 5, I would have been dancing the jig. It's funny what your body gets used to, ain't it? So I know there was something else I was going to tell y'all. Ooh, listen, let me tell y'all this. I'll tell y'all this. When I was at Food Line, this is another thing that made me, I was already mad. I was just mad at my weigh-in. You know, I tell y'all, no, I ain't worried about it, blah, blah, blah. It just hit me wrong this morning. Everything has hit me wrong today. This has not been a good day for me. It just hasn't. It's just not. Well, school bus. I guess I'm out here at just that time of day. Oh, I went to Food Line. Now, I had on my crocolites, and you know they're slick. I think he heard me roll my eyes. That's why he did that. And that was not a truck. Oh, what in the world? I think it's the one house on this whole neighborhood that's got a child. No, I take it back. The people in front of me do. You never hear them outside. Never, ever. You very rarely hear them outside. But anyway, what was I saying? So I was putting my stuff up on the conveyor belt because they have self-checkouts. But if I have too much, I don't stand there and hog it up because that's for people who are in a hurry. So I put it up there and I started walking. I was holding on to my buggy, thank goodness. So I took a step, and when I did, my right foot went out from under me. And listen, I got a bruise down there. You know, that bottom bar on the buggy, it slid and ran into that, and I was holding on to it, and I mean, I about busted my, you know what. And I told them, she looked at me, I said, there's water in this floor. It was a puddle of something. I don't know what it was. And then this other little girl, she was standing there, she said, well, I hardly see anything. I snatched my head around and said something. I didn't call her a name or nothing like that. I was just, you know, Don't tell me you don't see nothing when I just about knocked my block off. If I'd have failed, they'd have had to call 911 to get me up because I would have hit directly down on my tailbone on that hard cement floor. It would have been not a pretty sight. So you can add that to the list. I don't know. Let me come on here and just poo-poo on everything that has happened today. I don't know. This video, talk about a crabby ass. I hate listening to crabby videos. Just complain. I hope to my soul I don't come on here and sound like I'm a complainer. Today I do, because it's just been a bad day. And y'all get what y'all get. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Listen, y'all have seen it all on here. The gamut of emotions, y'all have seen it. It's just, I've been on a good high, I guess you could say, here for a while. Other than the, hold on, truck hauling a dumpster. Other than the depression, I've been able to come on here and be not complaining, I think. It's like tracking. If you don't track, can you really remember what you ate? I don't know. Do I really remember what my videos were about? I don't know. So, this one is just one of those. But I don't, if I sound complainy and whiny, and I have been whiny. Yeah, I've been whiny. I got things I want to whine about, and I whine. I can't help it. Yeah, do I got any whiny people in the bunch? Can I get a raise of hands to let me know I'm not the only one who whines sometimes? What did they always say? You want some cheese with that wine? Well, perhaps I do. I don't whine every day, but like when my back is hurting and it won't stop, I whine. Or, I don't know, well, just pick something. If it's just something that's nagging, you know. Listen, it was so funny. It was so funny today. I sent David out to hunt me something in the garage. He came back in, he said, well, I couldn't find it. I said, well, it should have been back there on the top. He said, well, I didn't move no boxes, because if I'd have messed something up, you'd have been all over me. I said, I sure would have. He said, I know you would have. I said, well, I'm glad you know where I stand. So I said, let me go out there and see it dancing, you know, being smart mouth. So I went out there. I didn't see it. I had to come in. I said, well, I didn't see it dancing. So at least I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, or when I'm being a smart aleck. But bless his heart, he knows me. Well, he's rough. He'll break things. He's just there's things I won't let him do. I'm like, If it would take me and 10 men to do it, if I thought he was going to break it or mess it up, he ain't doing it. I tell you, it's all them years of working on them trucks. He had a wrench back. See, we was robbed. When we were redoing the house, we moved out. We rented an apartment. This was in 2008. We rented an apartment because we gutted the entire house. There was nothing standing but the brick walls and the framing, obviously. The floors were gone, the concrete supports, whatever you call them. Footings, they were gone. Everything was gone. Gone. And the attic, the supports were there. The framing, I should say. Because we had water damage, and there was just things that needed to be fixed. And so David said, well, I'm starting over. So he did. Well, we were rented an apartment, and then we left the apartment and went to a house. Oh, okay, it's a fly. Listen, all I know was in my head. I got a fly spot over here. So, then we rented a house. Where was I going with this? Let me study on this a minute. We were talking about something. And I said, oh, we was robbed. So he built the garage first. That way we had somewhere to store all our stuff, right? Our furniture, our stuff. We only took our bare necessities where we rented. I come up here one day, like we'd need something, or I'd come over here to get it or whatever. So I come up here one day, and I opened the garage door, and I stood there a minute. I'm like, something looks funny, and I couldn't quite get it in my mind. I'm like, we was robbed, and I just immediately broke down and started crying, and I called 911, and I told them, and they came. And let me just tell you, they might make fingerprinting fingerprinting when they do their little brushes. They might not make it look all cool on TV, but no, it is a black powder that will not come off of anything. So what they did, white things and things like that, the black powder just wouldn't come off. Well, he had a wrench that was, I don't know, he had it back when he owned his trucks. I don't remember how many feet. Gosh, I'm trying to see in my head. I'm not a very good judge of whatever, because again, 4 feet, 5 feet. It was 4 feet, 3 feet. I don't know. I mean, heavy, heavy, heavy. They took that. They took all his tools, all the tools he had saved, all the tools he had collected through his adulthood, all the tools he used to work on his trucks, his dad's tools that were passed down to him. They went through everything we owned, and they did it in 2 days. They sat out there with the light on in the building, our light. We have a drop cord because the building's not wired. We've never wired it. That's one of his wish lists, drop cord coming from the back of the house under the door. And, those lights that, I never can think of words. Those lights that stand on them orange things. They sat out there, plugged in our lights, and sat out there for 2 days. And this old goat, they never even bothered to call the police. They knew we weren't living here because they'd been down here snooping. He'd come down here and he would look in our windows. He would do all kind of stuff. So they never once called the police to tell them, I think something might be going on over here. No. Well, that made me mad. They went through, we had a thing, everything David has ever gotten at work, they get what they used to do, they're called QWQs, quality without question. Used to, they would get them and they would get little things, like little keychains or this, that, blah, blah, blah. He has every single thing and he's been there since 2003. Every single thing they ever gave him, he has, and we had it all out there. They went through everything. If it was in a box, if it was in a bag, they went through it and they left everything. They found a pocket knife, a southeastern pocket knife, and they stole it. They even went so far, them bags, red bags with a handle that you keep your Christmas wrapping paper in. They even took a knife, cut it, I guess thinking it was a gun bag. I guess they were surprised when they found it was just stinking Christmas wrapping paper. So they robbed us blind. Well, we had to go through and try to remember every single thing, put it down, give the courts an estimated how many thousands of dollars. It was in the thousands of stuff that they stole. Well, they caught the. I was fixing to say something. They caught him down the road here. I guess somebody called. They went investigating. They caught him cowering in a closet. He admitted it. He did it. Yep, him and whoever. Well, he got sent to prison. We got a judgment. Have we ever seen a penny from him? You just put a judgment on a poor person in prison and tell me what you're gonna get out of it. Nothing. We ain't seen nothing out of it. You think you're gonna get some justice? Just take it to the bank. You're not. The only thing you can hope for is if you get something from your insurance, which we did not. Don't know why, but we did not. I guess we didn't have contents on the garage, so who knows? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, we got robbed. Listen, we was out here before that, and Holly had a 10-speed bicycle, and she had left it over here in front of the carport, the area that it's like comes back a little bit from the main house, and it goes out, but it's all brick front, you know. Next morning, gone. David had his trailer backed up to the, because we got that retaining wall in the back. I know if I've been sitting in the car, you can see it back there. Ours is the cement block retaining wall, and the broken fence is the neighbor's. He had been down at his mama's, that's back when she was alive, and been down there working in the yard and stuff, at his sister's, and he had one of his backpack blowers, the big, heavy, expensive things, and he left it on his trailer. They apparently scaled the wall to get it. Stole it. You would think we live in a high crime area, which we don't. Okay, here comes another blasted school bus. Please hold. We don't live in no high crime area, but we have been victims of theft. Nowadays, the hiccups are coming back. When that, hold on, that backpack blower got stole, he never again left another thing. I don't care if it's the least little thing, he will not leave it outside. I don't care how tired he is when he's been down yonder working. I don't care what he's been working on in the yard. If he had to drag anything out to work on it, he don't leave so much as a hammer laying in the yard, because it'll get gone. That's what he's scared of, just because it's happened. But anyway, so I got my wasp nest. They're the little paper ones that they're flat, and they got metal wire, and you kids, Lord have mercy. I'm beside myself today. The wire in it, and you fluff them out, and then you put another wire thing in it, and it stabilizes it, and you hang them, and they look like wasp nests. And another blasted school bus. First time that one went, she was empty. Now she's full. I live two blocks from a school, elementary school. Listen. So anyway, let me tell you, them wasp nests, they worked last year good. I put one back there on the back porch. It's a ramp, a little small porch with a ramp David built me back before I had my knees done. Oh, we love that ramp. You can roll things up and down. It's, you know, oh, it's great. We love it. But it kept the dirt daubers and things away last year. So these up here, I got, oh, that one's done blowed over. Last year, these didn't last as long. The one on the back lasted all season. But you get them on Amazon. So they're like a pack of 6. I give Holly 3, and I got 3. She bought them last year, so I bought them this year. But yeah, this school up here, I had to go there for this. Someone went through 6th grade. I think now it's just 5th grade. 4th grade? They've changed schools around here so much. We have dedicated schools for grades just for our city. So like when I went to school, 7th grade was just in one building. One school was 7th grade. And then 8th and 9th grade was another school. And then high school was 10, 11, and 12. 9th graders were not in high school when I was going to school. And then anyway, elementary was 1 through 6. Well, I used to go to Concord School, because at one point we lived with my mama's mama and daddy. And when we moved here, when they had the house built, because see, I grew up in this house. They had it built in 71, and we bought it from mama. Well, she kept the address down at mama's house. Well, so I could finish up school there. Somehow they found out. I don't know how. They made me leave the school, the only school I had ever been to, other than preschool, kindergarten, at church. I went to kindergarten at our church. And they made me leave the second half of the year to come up here to this school. You talk about heartbroken. I was heartbroken because I was leaving all my friends, everybody I had always known, to come up here. But what you gonna do? So I did that. And this is where, now, Holly went here. RJ went across town where we used to live over there before he moved over here. So he went to a school over there. But they all go to the same, but now I think they've changed it. They've got a middle school, 6 and 7. Yeah, they got a 6 and 7. No, a 5 and 6, and a 7 and 8, I think. And then 9, 10, 11, and 12. I don't know. I ain't got no youngins in school. I don't know these things. So. I think I'm gonna title this "The Worst Video You've Ever Seen." Ain't no sense to sugarcoat what y'all have just witnessed. If you stayed through to the end, give me a high five on that comment. I want to know who's faithful. I want to know who is a saint. Ooh, that raining. Okay. Had his windshield wipers on. I thought, ooh, it's raining. It ain't. Looks like it's going to, but I don't think it is. Anyway, it's supposed to rain this weekend. David wanted to get down there and till the lime in, but it'll be so wet he won't be able to do that. Our yard needs mowing. Oh my gosh, our yard needs mowing. This side over here is so lush. Well, with weeds and things. There's grass underneath it. Somewhere. But it's very lush because that's where water drains. So it stays very hydrated. It is. Whew. I told him, he ain't got time. He's got to where he's losing his energy, y'all. He's just losing his energy. He's just tired. He's worked. Listen, he was working 2 jobs when I met him. Before I knew him, he was working 3 jobs. He's a worker. That's all he knows. All he knows is to work, and he will work whatever he needs to do to support his family. That's what he will do. He works his fingers to the bone, and he's wearing out. I don't want to cry. It upsets me because a lot of y'all are older than we are. I'm 62. I'll be 63 in July. He's 61, be 62 in September. When you just notice how things have changed, because he's always been strong. He's still strong. He can't use his left hand, for much of anything. But he's always had so much energy and just like the Energizer Bunny, you know, hardly no sleep. I pick on him. I don't pick on him no more because he can't go that he could get like 3 hours sleep. I said, well, you're good for a week. I can't pick on him like that no more because he's not. And he comes in when he's been working down there at Holly's, and he's collapses on the couch. He's done all he could do, and just knowing who we used to be, and just seeing him age right before my eyes, it breaks my heart because you know it's going to happen. You can't get away from it if the Lord lets you live. You're going to age, you're going to change, but actually seeing it and knowing that it's happening. I didn't mean to go here, but y'all know that, listen, we've been on every emotion on this video, have we not? I just get things on my mind, and it just immediately makes me weepy. I've been weepy a lot. But anyway, well, I didn't mean to leave you on a sad note, but it just hit my mind. That's the way it does it. Things just hit my mind, and that's how they work. They hit my mind and come out my eyes. Can y'all do that magic trick? Y'all didn't know I could, did you? Yes, y'all did. If you've been here with me, you know. Listen, I used to cry on here all the time. I guess I was in a bad state before I got my medicines fixed, you know, which we're still fixing. We have fixed, you know, because you don't stay the same. Things change, you know, medicines change the way they work, etc., etc. But the amount of crying I used to do on this channel, I do remember that. I say I don't remember, you know, if I complain a lot or this or that, but I do remember crying an awful lot on this channel. And I can't help it. I'm one of those people. I have that little button. You just barely touch it and the waterworks start. It don't. Listen, I sit here. I ain't gonna talk about it because I'm gonna start crying. So anyway, I gave 3.6. Not happy about it. Been having one of those days. I appreciate y'all coming along, dealing with it. Listen, maybe this helped me feel better when I go in there and start editing. It'll be like a therapy session because, you know, I got to talk to somebody. So anyway, that is all I know for today, and this is Thursday. So come back tomorrow. Let me get those out of the way. Come back tomorrow for a haul video. How about that? That'll be something fun. So it won't be a downer one like this one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.